Hey everybody, welcome to day 3 of Take Action August. I hope you're taking action. What are you doing every 30 minutes? Do you got your bottle of water handy? You taking a swig? I'm going to take a swig. Water is good for you. Okay, so one of the things that I'm working on in Take Action August, including more mindfully moving and drinking more water, is I'm working on transitioning my normal eating patterns from the standard American diet or the SAD diet, and we'll talk about that tomorrow, to a whole foods plant-based diet. Now there was this whole thing for a while there where everybody was doing the whole 30, where for 30 days you cut all this crap out of your life and you only ate X and Y and Z or whatever. Hold on just a second. I forgot I'm eating none. So it's very interesting because you eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, you eat a lot more plant matter, and so I'm in I've been kind of hit and missing with this for a few weeks now, and so I'm eating a lot more plant-based items. And one of the things that I've been learning from the plant-based gurus is they're big proponents of intermittent fasting, and that's kind of easy to do when you work all night, sleep all day. But so I'm roughly eating about every 16 hours, and then I eat for about 4 hours, and then 16 hours, and so it's it's very challenging. The scale's moving, so I'm doing something right. But the biggest thing, and nobody's mentioned this, and I don't know if it's just me, but I am itchy. I don't know. I'm like thinking that maybe stuff that's in my body is just kind of seeping out because all this good stuff's going in, all the icky stuff's going out. I don't know. But tonight I'm going to share with you one of my favorite go-to recipes. And one of the things that you need to really do when you start heading down this path is you really got to simplify your eating. So like, you should be satisfied. Like some of these, veggie, guru guys, like the vegetarian athletes and stuff. I mean, they eat a big bowl of fruit and a banana and a big bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, and that can be quite challenging. But this personally is one of my favorite recipes, and this is what I call the Elvis. So the story of the Elvis is that Elvis Presley, for those of you who don't know who he is the king of rock and roll. He was the original bridge from black music to the Motown sound and all that stuff, and made it appealing to white audiences, and this was all during the time of segregation, and it was a very, very challenging time for America. And and he was wonderful, and a lot of people were freaked out by him because he was overtly sexual, not like in a Prince way, but definitely in an Elvis way. And and if you saw the movie Forrest Gump, there was this scene where they had this boarder who was playing guitar. That was Elvis. And and so Forrest taught him his little dance move, and stuff. And and you can Google him, and and in his younger days, he was a hottie. And but anyways, so supposedly he had this hankering for this sandwich that was made at the Colorado Mining Company, or the Colorado Mine Company, that's no longer in business, and it was called the Fool's Gold loaf. Now, supposedly, this was a half a loaf of sourdough bread that was gutted and then smeared with a whole jar of peanut butter, a whole jar of grape jelly, and a pound of bacon. So, to me, that seems a bit excessive, and that's probably why he died of heart issues and before he was 50. But, and this was his thing. And they have reports that he actually went to the place where this mining company was and bought 20 sandwiches and would eat them in the hangar on the way. So Josh just woke up. So anyways, now I make a slightly nicer version. Okay, the first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a really, really good bread. Now, I personally adore this stuff. This is the organic superseded bread from Trader Joe's. H-E-B unfortunately has no comparable. So I don't have to tell you, you know. So I go to Trader Joe's. I buy 2 loaves. I stick them in the freezer, and I pull out 2. And I thought 2 slices is 240, so it's pretty dense. But as you can see, it is nuts and seeds. There's all kinds. There's flax seed in there. There's pumpkin seeds. There is all kinds of seedy seeds in the super seeded bread. So I start out with two slices, and then the next thing I use is I have like a mixed nut peanut butter. You can use almond butter, you can use peanut butter, you can use any nut butter you have. You can cashew butter, whatever makes your little heart happy, okay? And I've just figured out I'm missing another friggin' ingredient again. So bear with me as I step away and you can gander my beautiful cornbread that's going along with my vegetarian chili. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. And I gotta give that a stir, because it's a boil toilet trouble over here. So the chilies are getting a stir. All right, so anyways, oh, skull shirt. Okay, so now we've got our 2 pieces of toast. And the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna smear some of this almond butter. Now, one of the things with, you know, these better butters is that they separate. And so, you know, you kind of have to give them a good stir before you, you know, can smear them. I like to take them out of the refrigerator and get them to room temperature a little bit, because that helps in the ability to spread. So we got one spread. Now I'm going to spread the other one and get that all nice and spread. And so, you know, just spreading peanut butter on a piece of toast. Not rocket science. Okay. So the next thing that I like to do is I will get a banana. Now, I personally, for this, I like a banana that's got a little splotchies. Now, the thing with bananas is they actually get more nutritious the more splotchy they get. But some people don't like the splotchies, and I get it. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. You can also save the banana and soak it in water and turn it into plant food, the banana peel. Now, some crazy vegans actually turn this into bacon. Not going to happen on this watch. I'm sorry. There's some things that I just draw the line at. And making bacon out of banana peels, yeah, that's one of them. So the next thing you do is you're going to cut the banana into little rings. Now, the original Elvis, the bananas were smashed and put on top of the peanut butter. But I think it just looks a tad more bougie in the rings. Mr. Hand, could you possibly grab me a mandarin, a little orange? I would very much appreciate it. No, Mr. Hand's ignoring me. Okay. Well, I tried to get you a little high from Mr. Hand, so I'm still missing one more ingredient. So, anywho. So, anyways, so I know you can't see what I'm doing, but here you go. Can you see? So I've got the little slices going on the piece of toast. So, anywho. Oh, Mr. Hand is on the move. So, anywho. So that's the thing, that's what we do, is that we just put the slices of banana on the toast. So this is what we got. We got slices on toast. Thank you, Mr. Hand. We appreciate your help. So Mr. Hand brought me a mandarin. Now, one of the things with bananas is that they do what we call oxidize. And oxidize is they turn kind of brown and yucky. So to prevent that, you have to do a little acid. Now, so I like to do just a little bit of mandarin orange juice, and you just squeeze it on there. Just give it a little squeezing, and it ups the flavor a little bit. And the thing that's nice is it prevents your bananas from going all icky gross. So isn't that great? Okay. So now, the next thing that you're gonna do is you're going to put a little cinnamon on it. Now, cinnamon is really super good for you. It's an activator. It's got a ton of antioxidants in it. So putting a little sprinklies on top just makes it that much prettier. So, and it adds a little taste to it, which makes it nice. Now, the Elvis version, the bananas were smushed. Sometimes he'd put grape jelly. I guess he had a thing for grape jelly. Sometimes he'd put a smear of honey. And so I've got my honey handy. And it's fighting me. So I got my handy dandy jar opener. Okay. And we got some honey. So I'm going to get in there and I'm just going to get just a tiny drizzle. Just a tiny drizzle of honey. Because I don't want a lot of sugar. Because there's a ton of carbs and sugar in this dish anyways. Now, the original Elvis with the smashed bananas and the grape jelly and the peanut butter and nut butter also had bacon and was also grilled. Okay, so I don't grill it and I don't put bacon, even though I do kind of like a sweet bacon, because you know one of my big favorite things right now is Dunkin' Donuts has this thing called, you know, maple bacon crap. You know, I can't eat that. I shouldn't eat that. But, you know, that's my last bastion of vegetarianhood is, you know, the wonderful world of bacon. But anyways, so anyways, that's it. That's it. That is an Elvis. And it's a nice little snack. I make a couple of them. I eat them over the course of the evening, so I don't eat them all at once, so I don't get all slammed with that big, huge, giant, you know, sugar rush from, you know, because there's a lot of carbs in this. But it's got nuts and seeds and bananas and fresh fruit and honey and antioxidants. So there's a lot of components in it that make it very, very good. Now, so here we've got our cornbread. And what I did with the cornbread was, this is just a standard mixed cornbread. We're having a potluck at work, so that's the reason why it's here. I threw in some chopped jalapenos and some chopped pickled jalapenos. I also threw in some fresh corn, and I also threw in some bell pepper, some chopped red bell pepper. Now for the chili, I want you guys to check this out. So in the chili, what I've got going here is this. I have 3 different kinds of beans. I have white beans, I've got pinto beans, and I've got kidney beans. And then I also put in fresh corn, and there's also some tomato, a package of chili mix, and I've got some tomatoes, I got some corn, and some sweet potatoes. And that's it. And that's my vegetarian chili. So, and I didn't add, the only thing I added to it was some New Mexico chilies. Just to up the heat a little bit, because, you know, I like my chili to have a little bit of kick. And then I made a batch that has meat in it for the boys. And this is way more than I can eat in like 5 meals. So I'm going to be portioning this up and freezing it. And then I have it available for whenever I feel like chili, which is probably going to be once a week, you know. So anyway, so a little bit of batch cooking, showed you the Elvis, and there you go. So hope you learned something that, you know, and kind of wanting bacon now since we've been talking about it. But no, I'm being good. I'm being good. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about the standard American diet. We're going to be talking about going plant-based. And we're going to be, excuse me, the water's coming back on me. So one of the joys of having a stomach that's only this big, yeah. So, but anyways, and we'll tell you how the chili goes over with the coworkers. So anyways, so there we go. I hope you're having fun watching this content. And like always, you know, show me some likes. You know, everybody watches, nobody likes. I'm like, well, don't you love me? No. And remember, I love you. I love you. I want you to be successful. I want you to kick butt. I want you to have an amazing life. And I want you to be as healthy as you possibly can. So remember, 30 minutes, drink your water, move a little bit, and eat good stuff. Because good stuff does good stuff for your body. Alrighty, so like, comment, share if you like. And I appreciate you, and I love you. And tomorrow, we're going to be talking about that sad standard American diet. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.